Go. Hello class, my name is Zach McGee and this is my instructional sports video for SRA 375. Professor, hope you're doing well. Thank you for the remarks you made on my first video. So hopefully this one will go and kind of add some of those things. But anyways, today we're going to be going through on just the beginner basics on swinging a baseball bat and getting ready to hit and your mindset and just some little things. We're gonna go over 4 things today, and that's gonna be your load, stride, the swing, and just a little bit of a drill. And the 4 main things I want you to think about are your load, stride, your grip, and your pivot, pivoting your back foot. So I want you to remember those 4 things, and just some other things that you can do in the mirror and just other stuff like that to think about it. Hitting is an imperfect system, and there's not a real, book way to do it. Everyone has their different ways, but the main part of it is all going to end up being the same. If you watch guys, they always end up in the same spot when they get to the ball and swing. So we're kind of going to go through just a little bit of that stuff, and I think the first thing we want to work on is you're getting in your stance. And I like to have my feet shoulder width apart. I think that is the best way to do it. If you could see my feet there. And just saying with a little bit of bending your knees, just kind of being an athlete. So shoulder width apart, and then you're going to take your bat and you're going to kind of put it just somewhere behind your shoulder or behind it. I think you can have the bat wherever you really want it to start. It's really just personal preference of just how you're feeling. And so I usually take mine and I kind of just set it kind of right. Sometimes I even take it above the shoulder and just lift it right up. And I like to have a little bit of motion when I do mine. So just a little bit of circles from here, and you're circling. And so when I take that, we're gonna be in that will be our stance. And you're gonna be sitting there watching. And so I think right after that, you're gonna move straight into your load, which is one of the 4 things we talked about doing. Your load is your first thing, so you're gonna take your hands back just a little bit as what we call a little trigger motion. So you take your hands back, load, and you're gonna get in that really attack position. And so you're gonna go load, and then your stride with that front foot, which is just that front foot stepping forward. And as that goes forward, I want your hands to kind of go into that trigger position. That way you can get in that attack position and just explode to the ball. And so what one of those will look like, we'll go load, stride, swing with that pivot and that back foot. So we'll kind of go through one of the swings of just how it's supposed to look. So just load, stride, swing. You want to stay on the baseball as long as possible, and then finish with your hands back. And now you see as that back foot just starts to pivot, that's where all your power comes from. So we're going to end up, we'll go through one of those in a full swing and see how it goes. So just load, stride, swing, and that back, and maybe you'll be hitting balls off the wall and hanging out with all your friends, and all your parents are cheering, and it's real fun and it's great. So remember those 4 things: your load, your stride, the swing, pivot your back foot. I think one of the main things you could do just to be motivated, I think baseball is a sport that's really mental, and I think you can kind of get kids down from all the time and just not having those basics of the swing. And it's a very mental game. I mean, you fail 75% of the time, you're in the Hall of Fame. So what other sport where you fail that much, does that mean you're doing good? So I think being able to just stay on a positive manner and stay on the right side of thing and really just enjoy the game of baseball is something that you have to preach. You can't really hammer the kids if they're not doing this and this right. If you have those basics down and you're enjoying the game, that's about as much as you need to do. I think other than that, I think one of the more drills you can do, I think with hitting, timing is such a big thing. And so we'll kind of go with what we call the snap drill. And you won't even need the bat here for this. This will be something different. And so I think with the snap, you just kind of watch and you work on getting your timing down. And so you'll take it like where you have your bat, you'll have your feet like this, and you're watching it, and you're kind of getting your timing down and watching. Maybe you just got into kid pitch and you're not into coach pitch anymore. So you're watching that pitcher kind of go. And you're going to take your hands back and you're going to snap as soon as he throws, and you're loading your stride at the same time. And then snap again when you want that swing and when you want to connect with that ball. So it'll kind of look something like this. It just snap, snap. And then once you get in there, you can take your bat and it kind of works on that timing. So when you will be snapping it is when you will be swinging. So we'll go through one more of those, and then we'll just when you would be snapping it. And so just staying motivated and remembering those 4 things of what you want to do, and I think that would be, I think you'll do good. Thank you.